So what I think about Demarcus Cousins had to throw some bowls on some of them ignorant fans in Puerto Rico. You know good and well that Adam Silver and David Stern didn't want Boogie Cousins no more in the NBA. And you know good and well he had situations because it happens just in regular lands. Now Puerto Rico is part of America. You tend to forget about it, and sometimes they tend to act like they don't want to exist in terms of like everything that goes on. But that was very racially motivated. That was known to do. They were going to do that. They're not above reproach of not being called out on their ways. I don't think that if that was a NBA player that carried as a seen as a signature top tier player that they would have done it to. I don't think they do that to if Steph Curry, LeBron James, or Kevin Durant were over there, or even Kawhi Leonard was over there. But Boogie Cousins, who is known for situations and being volatile, the fans are ridiculous. In fact, I loved it when fans weren't allowed in stadiums. To be honest with you, because one of the good things about pandemic life, they'd still make money off of revenue. If you're gonna be an idiot and do stupid stuff, then you pay dumb, you get dumb. There is no place for people throwing debris and treating people like animals. There's a history of it going on in the country forever and a day. That's what Jackie Robinson had to endure. A lot of black players had to do. To this day, they still do. No one ever calls out people making monkey sounds and making noises and saying, this and that and the other. No one calls them out on it, you know. And players are at their own volatile. Someone throws something, hit you in your eyes, something like that. What you gonna do? Where's the police at? Where the people at? You know. Like it was bad enough when you watched the World Series with Mookie Betts made that catch in Yankee Stadium. The guy tried to take his hand off with the glove. I mean, the people, you pay for good seats and you pay a lot, but to get drunk and act ignorant like that, there is no place for it. Just like them New York Knicks fans who were just stupid and dumb, throwing all that debris on that firefighter of Indiana Pacers. That was embarrassing, and they got clapped for it too, because the Pacers tore they behind up. You know, you don't do stupid, ignorant stuff like that. I wish fans sometimes wouldn't be allowed to go in these stadiums and these places because they show how ignorant they are. They do the most, and it's not gonna make your team play better. It's not gonna, and what it does, it shows how ignorant you are. But it's the society we live in where people sometimes hide behind computers or hide behind this and think they can just, make life miserable for people and they think they can just do and say what they want and there's no repercussions, you know. Now, Boogie Cousins has had his run ins with different things, but he's at a stage and a place in his life. He's just trying to get his bag and make some money and play ball. He ain't there for all that. People throwing debris on him from the stands. What are you teaching your kids? What are you teaching sportsmanship? What are you showing the world? You're showing disrespect, you're showing disdain, and you're showing how ignorant you are. And I do think it has a racial undertone. I don't care what nobody says. And, you know, people like to try to downplay it. He didn't do anything to provoke nobody putting hands and throwing stuff at him. That's uncalled for. You know, he had every right to want to go take a piece out on their behind. But you see, the problem is that because of his reputation, which predates him, it'd be like Latrell Sprewell, it'd be like Metal World Peace, be like anybody that they consider that's a problematic black player. When you defend yourself, then suddenly, what are you supposed to do? Sit there and take it because the league don't want you, and you go for another option. Someone signed you and thought something of you. But see, people forget Puerto Rico is part of America, but they selective with how they want to be portrayed, you know. And then you wonder why people look at you with disdain, how you treat people. DeMarcus Cousins was in his right. Them fans and them stands need to be banned for life. They're pathetic and embarrassing, and it was racist, and it was wrong. But who's going to say anything about it? Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm at one time. Peace.